Hey everyone, this is Pat Mesiti, 9:32, Thursday. And what a sad state of affairs our nation is in. Finally, Peter Dutton comes out swinging against that despot, dictator, Comrade Dan. Let me just say this. This man is evil to the core. This man is divisive. This man does not like people of faith. This man his basic philosophy is this. He's a Machiavellian, Machiavellian, communist, socialist despot who will stop at nothing. If it wasn't for double standards, this thug wouldn't have any. I feel sorry for the good people of Victoria, but I also feel more sorry for our nation, what it's become. Andrew Thornburn is a man that decided to stand up for his faith. The price he had to pay after being elected as chairman of the Essendon Football Club. Now, I'm not a big AFL fan, and I know that's almost, sacrilegious to some of you. But I could care less what code of sport this is. It seems to me that Christians are being targeted on purpose. I know for a fact that evil comrade Dan, I know of one church that was literally harassed for weeks because of Dan Andrews. I'd name them, but I won't. Pastors been locked in solitary confinement for 2 weeks because of dictator Dan. This man gets up and says that people of faith, with our opinion, now listen to me, I've got some friends that are straight, some friends that are gay, I've got transgender, I've got all kinds of friends. I don't agree and they don't agree with me. And that's okay. Because let me just say this. When a church takes a stand on something or Christians take a stand, it's not hate speech, you frickin' moron. Hate speech is what you did. What Dan Andrews did was hate speech against people of faith, saying there's no place for them. He finds it reprehensible. Listen to that heavy language. We don't use that language. Let me just set the record straight. Christ came to deal with the issue of sin, not a sin, sin. That's all of us. That's all of humanity. We're all in that. And if a church decides to believe something, it has the right to. Then he goes on and uses emotive language. Oh, the people, the people that are gay say, well, they have a higher rate of suicide. Did you think of that when you locked Melbourne down? You hold the gold medal for lockdowns. How many men and women committed suicide because of you, Dan? Oh, how many men and women died on your watch because you put your mates without training? Did you condemn all the stuff that was going on at that time? Oh, that's right. You couldn't remember. You couldn't remember who signed the check. You couldn't remember a thing, but you want to be a leader. You're no better than Biden. You and Biden must have gone to the same school of memory loss. I don't know. Hey, by the way, I've got a great friend that can teach you about memory. His name's Ron White in America. He's got a great course there. Maybe you should take it. Cruelty. What you did to the people of Victoria. We are allowed to have values. The problem is you have no values. You will lie, overrule, bully, and use thug tactics on people to get your way. You would never have done that to a person of the Muslim faith. I can guarantee you would never have done that. And I've got some great Muslim people that watch this. Salam to you as well, my brothers and sisters. Listen to me very carefully. Dictator Dan vilifies, lies, distorts the truth, uses emotive language to vilify and declare war on the church. And he's done it for the last couple of years. See, let me just give it to us straight. Number one, people of faith need a good dose of persecution to shake them out of their wokeness. Number two, this is a result of the people of faith and Christian leaders staying silent too long and living in fear of a bully. Let me tell you, the fear of man brings a snare. It entraps you. I would like to ask Dan this question. Can he name me one person who's been kicked out of the Essendon Football Club or any Essendon game because of Thornburn's belief? Actual fact, if you go back a few years, you find that Andrew Thornburn was one of the guys that suggested and promoted the gay pride jersey game. Now, I'm not an expert on Victoria, but I am an expert on human behaviour and mindset. And let me tell you, Dan Andrews is just an agenda-driven, dictatorial, Christian faith-hating politician. I think Peter Dutton ought to put more wood on this fire. You see, the separation between church and state was never about keeping the faith out of government. It was about government getting out of the way and getting out of church. But this is what happens when churches start taking money from state governments and federal governments. They put a hook in your nose and they drag you around. And this is not about ranting and raving or having a go at churches or leaders. This is about exposing and putting light on what we already know. Sadly, the opposition in Victoria is about as weak as a bottle of 10 times watered down cordial. They are hopeless and useless. And where are they? Thankfully, Peter Dutton got up and said something. I want to encourage every one of you on this, that listen to this rant, to go on this Facebook page. I posted a brilliant monologue by Andrew Bolt. It is worth listening to. Tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. here live on this platform, I'm going to be hosting a very special event on Dan's war on the saints, Dan's war on Christians. I've got a very special guest journalist coming on board at 4 p.m. tomorrow. I want to also give a word of encouragement to you for those of you that are in the Queensland area. We're going to Toowoomba starting this Sunday right through to next Wednesday. I have my great friends, the Gilpins, David Gilpin, coming in to teach. We're going to be speaking Sunday morning, Sunday night, Monday morning, Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning and night. Every message is different. Every single message will be to strategically help you create an awakening in your personal world and the world around you. If this doesn't wake us up, what will? This has been a trumpet call to people to wake up. We need to wake up spiritually. We need to wake up emotionally, and we need to wake up financially. You all know that every couple of weeks I hold a very successful and very powerful financial freedom event. And one of the biggest things we can learn to do is realize the economies have changed. Our world is never going back to what it was. Next Thursday, I'm hosting another event to help you build a powerful online business. If you don't like that, don't comment, don't say anything, just ignore it. But there is a link here and it's free. And I'm here to tell you, I have sat under the teachings of this great internet marketing coach, and I've seen the powerful results of what he's been able to do with simple, average people that want to push back and want to build successful incomes that are not controlled by the cartels or by despots or by government. This is your moment. Listen to me, folks. If this is not your moment, when? When are you going to really push back? Pushback is not posting. Pushback is actually taking some action. So 2 things you can take action on. Actually 3. Number 1, show up tomorrow on this incredible interview I'm going to be doing at 4 p.m. Brisbane time, 5 p.m. everywhere else. Number 2, show up to my meetings at Toowoomba. Send word out to people. Go to mesitilive.com. All the details are there and it's free. Number 3, show up next Thursday for this online education. We have a serious problem in Australia. Basically, if you're a Christian, you are almost unemployable. Tell me if it's any different. I remember several years ago, and I'll leave you with this statement. I went to an event where I heard the great prophet Dick Mills speak. And he said the next persecution will be trial by media. And we're seeing that. And trial by government. And let me just say this demonic persecution by government is nothing new. It's exactly what the Caesars and it's exactly what the emperors did for thousands of years. So why would it be any different? I'm going to encourage you to stand, make a stand, and be a stand. Hold on to your values. Now is not the time to cower. Now is the time to stand. God bless you, folks. See you tomorrow. God bless you.